So welcome to this episode of the Rumble, and I have today with me somewhat of a rare character, somebody who plays a musical instrument. In these days, when almost everything is played by either Mr. Roland or Mr. Kurzweil or one of those names of keyboards, it's refreshing to see somebody who actually plays a musical instrument. Now, my guest today is Shyam Rao. He's a drummer by inclination. I think he does a whole lot of other things, which we'll find out as we go along. So right now he is in charge. That's the way I think I would describe him. In charge of the Marg Academy of Music. Now, if you want to know where is the Marg Academy of Music, so he'll tell you all about it. So welcome to the show, Shyam.
It's good to be here, Madhav.
All right, straight away, let's get into it. Where exactly is the Marg Academy?
Well, to get into it straight away, unfortunately, it's called the Swarnabhoomi Academy of Music, so I had to correct you there.
Oh, it's not the... Oh, okay. It's not... all right.
Yes, we are closely tied with the Marg group in some ways, but it's owned by...
Also, it started off with Marg putting it up as an institute to attract people into their housing project. Was it? This is what I understand?
The concept was that when Mr. Reddy was developing this place called Marg Swarnabhoomi, which is like 1,000 acres of new sustainable housing. The idea was that if you have something central like culture or music that brings people,
a crowd in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the original idea, and of course it was Prasanna's idea.
So why did he pick on music as opposed to, say, put an engineering college, put a couple of regular schools out there? Is it...
well, I don't know, but
or was it a persuasive skill of
I think
Prasanna?
I think he Mr. Reddy is probably somebody with a very far outlook in life, and he understands that music is extremely important for everybody on a day-to-day basis.
Okay.
Not so much engineering, maybe engineering in many other ways, like we're sitting in a building, but I have an engineering degree that I pretty much did nothing with. So
okay. So is cost or was cost also a consideration when you put up something like that? So let's go for music as opposed to a medical college. It will cost you the earth and more.
I think it's becoming more of an educational hub, and recently there's an architecture college that has come up as well. In fact, one of my guys who designs all my stuff is teaching there now. He's a great designer called Hervey.
Okay.
There's a school there that's coming up. There's engineering colleges that are coming up. So I don't think it was this or that. The idea was that we start with something that's closer to the heart, and then something to do,
and then
repairing the heart later.
Okay. So for all of you who don't know, this place is located south of Chennai city, on the way to Pondicherry. Not really a huge distance, but yeah, it's definitely not a day scholar distance. You live in Chennai and go to this place and study. You have to go in there. Now, so I would say it's a entirely residential institution.
At this point, it is entirely residential, simply because it's about 2 kilometers just to get into the place. So,
okay. And how far is it from the city?
It's about 80 kilometers from Chennai.
Oh,
and about 65 from Pondicherry, I would say.
Okay.
But it's, incredible sunsets, beautiful fresh clean air, all the things that you don't get.
Are you on the coast or off the coast?
We are just off the coast. We are you can walk to the beach from
You're
there.
somewhere near Kalpakkam,
No nuclear
no
side effects at all.
hazards.
Absolutely no.
Only whatever you get out of your instruments.
Yeah, absolutely. We're about more than 20 kilometers from the point where you branch off into Kalpakkam, so a good 30-35 kilometers.
Okay, so you're further west from the land, and the Kalpakkam thing is more east towards the sea as you go down the highway.
You could say that, yes.
And you have your own transportation to go from there to the city? How do people get there?
I have my own car, but...
How about the rest?
We have bus services that run on ECR Road, which are fairly dependable.
All right, so it's not that you're put it in the back of beyond. It's reasonably accessible or very accessible.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, how did this thing come about? Because somebody had a good idea of teaching music, somebody had an idea of attracting people. So how did the two of them meet? Because somebody has convinced the other that it's a good idea.
From what I know, what I've heard from Prasanna, who's the president of the college, is that his doctor, actually, this guy called, what's it, his doctor? Yeah. he was visiting his doctor, and then the person who came right after him was, say, called Dr. Balachandra, who's associated with the Great Lakes Institute of Management.
Okay.
He's also a visiting professor in Kellogg University, which is the
something in Hyderabad.
No, Kellogg's in
the
US.
Kellogg's.
Yeah.
All right.
not the flake cornflakes. Yeah.
There's something to do with the Hyderabad institution also. Isn't Kellogg's involved in Hyderabad?
Possibly.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So and he introduced Prasanna to Mr. Reddy, and they just got talking, and I guess that's.
So he just tossed the idea, and they found merit in it, and said, "Let's try it."
Yeah, Prasanna was thinking about this for a long time. You know, having come from Chennai, I mean, we both were playing together in college. You know, that's how I know him.
All right.
We did the whole, school, college competition.
Rock band kind.
Yeah.
You got extremely short hair for a rock.
Well, I just cut it.
Drummer.
It's hair; it'll grow. You know.
I know, but that's part of your past. You're not going to grow long hair.
This year, I think I'm going to grow it. I think I'm going to grow it back.
Yeah, going back on again. Okay, so you're obviously an IT person, from what I understand.
Yes.
You're not a professional teacher of music or anything like that. You were working in a regular company. So what prompted you to come and join this?
Well, I worked about 9 years in the New York area after I got my master's at Texas Tech, which was in MIS, and so I was doing whatever Indian IT kids do there, whatever that is, and I was playing music all the time. So
you had a band, or you were part of a band?
Yeah, there's a band called Grenadine. We played like CBGBs and all the nice venues in New York. Then
other Indians or white guys?
No, white people.
White people.
Yeah.
You're the only brown guy out there in that gang?
Yeah, and then New Jersey was even more interesting because I was playing with this bunch of middle-aged, typical New Jersey boys. This band called the Stormy Weather Band. Beer and big bellies and stuff, but good musicians.
But New Jersey is a very Indian-dominated area, isn't it?
Well, not
where, or maybe not who you were.
Actually, this guy lived in an Indian-dominated area. I didn't. So, but the band basically played all these biker bars and stuff. So I was very dwarfed by the whole experience, literally. And
did you ever play in those bars we see in the movies where they have a wire mesh in front and these buggers they're flinging beer bottles at you and abusing you, telling you to get the F out of the place?
I think we almost did, but except for the wire mesh not being there, it was pretty much the same.
And do you guys get paid for these gigs?
Not that much. Maybe.
Or you get beard?
Maybe $10, but a whole bunch of tequila shots.
So that made up for all
hey, good drumming. Have a shot. Once you go back the second set, you're like, is this the cymbal or is this the snare?
I know. I can understand. All right. So so that's how he started his life. He was a techie, so to say, techie boy, who didn't forget his musical roots, what he started off in Madras. Came back to it at some point, and then they fortuitous meeting with Prasanna, who was trying to put up this musical thing, and the two of them got together. So when I come back after the break, we'll find out how did it translate into an actual music school.